course they are. Mermaids are real. Hello. Hi, girls. Yes, ma'am.
I saw the mermaid in the story of Tullulah.
You did in the Little Mermaid?
Yeah,
Ariel?
Her name was Ariel.
I know Ariel. She lives in the Caribbean. She's really pretty and interesting.
She lives under the sea, huh, girl?
I also like capture her voice. I with the
One day maybe you will be. You never know. Alright, girls. So I have a very special book for y'all today. It's called Tullulah, Mermaid of the Great Lakes. Did you know there's a bunch of mermaids in the Great Lakes? We're going to find out today. So this story was written by Denise Brennan-Nelson. In the blue, shallow water of the sea, a group of young mermaids splashed in the waves. Their tails shimmered in the summer sun, hitting the jeweled colors they would soon become. But when Tullulah waved her dull gray tail back and forth to catch the sunlight, it didn't sparkle, and the other mermaids giggled. Tullulah quickly hid her tail in the water. You guys see her gray tail?
Where do you live?
Where do I live? I live in the Great Lakes with Tullulah. She lives on the other side. You're about to find out.
I live in Ascota.
You do?
With Rob.
Alright. Finally, the day had arrived. Sea creatures from all over gathered to wish the young mermaids luck in their search. Tullulah listened and watched as the elder mermaids gave instruction and advice to the young mermaids about where and how to search for their gemstones. When Tullulah tried to ask questions, they all stared at her dull gray tail and said nothing. That's kind of sad, isn't it? After just a few weeks of searching, the young mermaids returned, excited to show off their colorful gems and sparkling tails. But weeks and months floated by with no sign of Tullulah. What do you think happened to her?
Maybe she got eaten by Ursula.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so. Ursula's in the sea. She's in the Great Lakes.
What?
It had been almost a year when Tullulah returned. Her tail was the same dull color it had always been. The sea creatures gathered around her, exhausted and sad. Tullulah whispered, "I've searched in every ocean. I've been to every sea. I cannot find my gem. Wherever can it be?" The elder mermaid spoke in a raspy, stern voice. "No ocean holds your gem, nor any sea of blue. Search no more, Tullulah. There is no gem for you." The world felt like an anchor around Tullulah. Really sad.
Is Ursula real?
I don't know. 2 questions at the end, okay? Okay. Sea Turtle's deep voice interrupted the silence. "Have you looked in the Great Lakes?" "The what?" the seahorse explained. "Never heard of them," the octopus grumbled. "That's ridiculous," the elder mermaid scolded the turtle. "Lakes don't need mermaids. Mermaids live in the ocean." "These lakes are special and more beautiful than you could ever imagine," Turtle said. I see. Tullulah listened intensely at the sea turtle, told her about the Great Lakes. "Will you take me there?" Tullulah asked. Turtle nodded, "But I can't stay for long." Why do you think the turtle can't stay for long?
Maybe because he's sick.
Does anybody else have a guess?
Because he has to go back home.
Maybe. Why? Why does he have to go back home? Because sea turtles live in the sea, right? They don't live in the Great Lakes. So he's just going to take Tullulah for a little tour. In the wee hours of the morning, Turtle and Tullulah set off for the Great Lakes. Side by side, they swam until they felt a change in the water. The Great Lakes are far from here, Turtle told her. Do you really think I'll find my gemstone? Tullulah asked. Glancing at her dull gray tail, Turtle nodded. Tullulah was anxious to begin searching for her gem. They swam through locks and past ports and islands until they reached Lake Ontario. You guys see Lake Ontario? Is that a castle?
Yeah. Do you like it from the Great Lakes where my dad lives?
Probably.
Thank you. He lives at the lake house. Thank you.
They spent the day searching islands and shipwrecks as a school of curious bluegill followed closely behind. They swam by big cities and lighthouses and sand bluffs. You guys ever been to a lighthouse? Yeah? I bet you guys know what this picture is. Hold on. Peeking over the edge of a rock, they watched bicycles and horse-drawn carriages circle the island. For days, Tullulah looked everywhere for her gemstone. You guys know, does this picture look familiar?
Yeah.
What is it?
What?
Is it Mackinac Island? Tullulah swam all the way to Mackinac Island.
Yeah.
Brr! It's chilly. Tullulah shivered as they swam into Lake Superior, but she loved the feel of the cold blue water. Lake Superior, the cold blue water. She explored cliffs and arches. She dove deep in the water, hoping to find her gemstones at the bottom of a waterfall. But it wasn't there. Tullulah and Turtle swam for miles and miles searching for her gemstone. What do you think's gonna happen? Think she's gonna find it? Maybe?
Maybe she is.
We'll find out. Tried and heartbroken, Tullulah found a cove to rest in. Watching the moon rise above the water, her hopes of finding her gemstone sank. Tullulah turned to the turtle. These lakes are even more beautiful than you described. I wish I could stay here forever, but I should have listened to the other mermaids. There is no gem for me. Maybe it's time I went home, she said with a wishful sigh. There is one more lake, Turtle said, glancing at her tail. Early the next day, Tullulah and the turtle set off to explore Lake Michigan. They searched for her gemstone around islands and sand dunes, past the big city shores, and quaint ones too. Soon, they were playing in marinas and harbors, around piers, under docks, under rafts, as they counted lighthouses, chased ferry boats and yachts, and hung out in the bay. They played tag with schools of fish. Sounds like they're having fun. They swam near white sandy beaches sprinkled with beach chairs and umbrellas, floated on their backs and watched kites diving and twirling in the sky, and the sun-kissed children building sculptures in the sand. At the end of the day, Tullulah and Turtle drifted in the gentle waves and watched the sun sparkle across the water. Tullulah had been having so much fun that she hadn't thought about finding her gem all day. Thank you, Turtle, she said. I forgot how much fun it is to be a mermaid. The sound of the children playing on the beach reached Tullulah, and she was curious to get a better look at their sand castles. They waited until the beaches were empty before making their way to the shore. They were admiring the sandcastles the children had built when something caught Tullulah's eye. It looked oddly familiar. What do you think's gonna happen?
A starstone.
We're gonna find out. Tullulah reached out to pick it up. As soon as she saw the beautiful sunburst pattern of the Petoskey stone, Tullulah realized what it was. Holding it out for Turtle to see, Tullulah exclaimed, "I found it, Turtle! I found my gemstone." "Yes, you did, Tullulah," Turtle replied, "and the Great Lakes found their mermaid." The next time you are near one of the Great Lakes, listen carefully, and you might hear Tullulah singing. There are mermaids in the ocean and mermaids in the sea, but here among the Great Lakes is where I'm meant to be. The end.
Where does the laughing